When you take TCP/IP model, there we have some protocol, right? So TCP protocol is one of the main protocol which available in TCP/IP suite. TCP means transmission control protocol, right? So this is a reliable protocol. Why we are calling reliable protocol? That means before making any connection, TCP is going to establish a connection between our data sending device and receiving device. So after establishing this connection, then after it is going to transfer that data, right? And also it is waiting for the acknowledgement whether that packet is sent to the received on that receiving end. So otherwise, if you take UDP protocol, there is no acknowledgement. We are calling that unreliable protocol when it comes to UDP, user datagram protocol. So for the TCP, I'm going to take a highlighter. TCP provides reliable and ordered delivery of data between application running on host on a TCP/IP network. It will provide ordered delivery of data and also reliable, right? So we can guarantee our information is sent to the particular destination, right? For example, you are going to browse a particular website or you are going to download a file. On that time you are using TCP protocol. But where we are going to use UDP protocol? You can use UDP protocol in a situation like watching a live stream or playing an online game. On that time we are using UDP protocol, right? Because there is no need to check whether that packet is received or not. Otherwise, if you are going to check that packet is received or not, on that time there may be a delay in your live stream. Because of its reliable nature, TCP is used by applications that require high reliability such as file transmission protocol, secure shell, simple mail transfer protocol, hypertext transmission protocol, right? HTTP or HTTPS. TCP is connection oriented, so it will make a connection before sending our information, which means that before data is sent, a connection between two hosts must be established. So when you take a TCP header, we have this information, right? So port number, then after destination port, sequence number, acknowledgement number, header length, reserved, flag, window, checksum and urgent option, right? So we discuss one by one. Source port means our sending device IP address, the port number of the application on the host sending the data. So that means port number, right? Service port number. Then after we are adding destination port. So we are adding IP address in the IP header. In the TCP header we are adding port number. Destination port means the port number of the application on the host receiving the data. So if it is HTTP request, then destination port will be port number 80. If it is FTP, then it will be port number 20, right? After that, sequence number used to identify each byte of data. To identify this data, we are using a sequence number. It is a 32-bit field. Then we have acknowledgement number. Basically, it is a 1-bit increment of the sequence number. The next sequence number is that the server is expecting. Then we have header length, that means size of our TCP header. After that, we have a reserved, all is set to 0. We have flags, window, checksum. Checksum is used to identify whether is there any errors in our data and header. After that we have urgent option. Nowadays we aren't using this option. So we have this information when it comes to TCP header. So what are the features of this TCP or transmission control protocol? So basically it is a connection oriented. That means it will establish a connection between two devices before sending any information, right? Before data transmission. Then after you can say this is a reliable protocol, reliable delivery. So why we are using reliable? Because we are using acknowledgement that and retransmission to ensure our data is delivered successfully. After that we have flow control mechanism. So it will adjust the rate of data transmission to prevent the receiver from being overwhelmed, right? So we will adjust data sending speed and number of packets based on the requirement. Then after we have error correction. So we can detect errors and correct that errors when we transmit our data. And also we have sequencing, that means so we can deliver our data in a correct order, right? So and also when it comes to TCP, that connection establishment, we are sending a sync SYN or sync message to the from the sender to the receiver, right? So this is how we are going to make a connection, initialize a connection. After that we will receive a sync acknowledgement from the receiving end to our sending end. After that finally we can send the acknowledgement, and then after we can transmit our data. So we are calling this process TCP handshake.